Hello there. This is Miss Stiff, and I'm having one of my late night chronicles. So the purpose of this video is just to share one of my downloads and connections for anyone who may need to hear this. If you are an extremely high vibrational person, um, and all your life you struggle socially and you just couldn't understand why, you questioned yourself, what are you doing, you reflected, you asked God, you meditated, all that, you pray, okay, you seek advice, you know it's not you. If you're high vibrational and you know how to keep moving through the toughest, strongest storms out there, like you've been through some things and you still come out the optimist, congratulations. You are a high vibrational being. Your magnet is extremely positive. Okay. You've endured a lot. And it's not, I mean, if you're on the side of righteousness, let me just say, only if you are serving God and you are on the side of righteousness, it is not you. Drop the victim mindset, you know, don't point the finger at yourself. You pulled a person into your field, okay, who at that time was ready to borrow or share your charge to uplift themselves. You didn't even, may not even had the words at the time. Like, all of this stuff is not new about consciousness, vibrations, fields, magnetism. It's nothing new, but it's in now that technology has made the exchange of information faster, right? Convenient. This stuff is becoming, this language, excuse me, is becoming more of a commonplace. It's showing up in spaces more frequently. Okay. So you pulled a person in, right, who wanted to share your charge and prepare for rising. But the problem with that is they're hung, they're suspended. Okay. They're suspended between two poles, right? It's almost like purgatory. They're still hung in those trauma bonds or those circles, right? That are primarily negative. Now, their family and friends and coworkers or whoever, they see the shift in this person that you share mutually, right? The person you pulled in to your circle and uplifted is now being fought. You're knowingly or unknowingly warring with the frequencies of the people from the other end of the pole, right? The negative folks, the people who have become attached to receiving the charge from that person who you are changing. Because see, it's not just about energy exchange. It's not just about you know, borrowing or stealing or sharing a positive charge, right? It's also about the fact that people's habits, people's thinkings, people's conversations, everything, their outlook, all of that shifts and changes. Okay, their conversations change. They don't, these people can't go around these old people hanging out with you and try to enjoy some of those other activities like they used to. That's why these other people are mad with you. That's why they're defaming you. That's why they're after you. You know, they're ready to blame you for anything. Every time your name comes up, it's associated with something positive. It's not coming out of your mouth. It's coming out of this person who you changed, you've uplifted. And it irritates and upsets the demons of the people who don't want to see them change. And this is why a lot of times we go nowhere and we don't move having those kinds of people around that's on demon time. And a lot of times these people really don't have a lot of awareness. Not all. Some do, but not all. I'm talking about the negative folks. They don't always have an idea. Now, one of the things I also realized and made the connection between was I forgave myself because I didn't know. I didn't have knowledge of self, you know, 15 or more years ago. Even as a child, to explain why these things was happening. Always knew it wasn't me. Just like you may know it wasn't always you. But in that knowing, that's what kept me optimistic and going, just like it may have kept you optimistic and going, right? Moving forward, leaving people behind that needed to be left behind, right? Charging it to the game. But in knowing that it wasn't me, I had to realize that it was a war spiritually. We were warring on a frequency level. And I was warring with people that, like, again, I knew and I didn't know, and you may be too. But here's the other side of it. Now, I believe, and I don't expect anyone here to share my beliefs. I am not religious. I am just simply conscious and spiritual. That is it. I believe in Maljo. And if you know what Maljo is, the evil eye. This is why people wear, the Hamza, the evil eye protection, maybe even, I believe, I'm going to say the Eye of Horus, and I'm trying to think of the other off the top of my head. But yeah. Or the Eye of Ra. That's why all these things have existed. Yeah, because like they got you thinking about and talking about that third eye. Let's talk about the power of the eyes. They talking about the power of this eye, the mind. Okay? So you know how your thoughts become things, right? When you transmute, where that alchemy takes place, all right? When somebody gets mad with you because you're changing somebody that they don't want you to change, and it's not even that you just trying to do this. This is just a part of the reaction. It's part of the process, right? This is what happens when you're uplifted. Okay? Just like there's a reaction when you are downgraded, okay? So when you're uplifting people and they're shifting, these people over here whose demons you irritated, they're shooting you some Malho, possibly, if you believe it. Now, I know there's people who don't believe in this stuff, but I do. And I've had some things show up between omens, dreams, accidents, misfortunes, and it was freakish. Okay. But the same way I knew it wasn't me who was at work, okay, and the breaking up and destroying the connections I had with people who were serving two masters, okay, that was hung between two poles, or suspended between two poles, negative and positive, okay, but the negative was winning and eventually won. I know that there is other forces at work. Just like if you believe in God, you believe in the devil, then Malho wouldn't be hard to believe. Okay, wouldn't be hard to believe. If you believe in angels and demons, Malho wouldn't be hard to believe. So that's what I just wanted to share tonight. And I smiled in my heart because the greatest gift of all is researching and downloading to the point where I now have gained more knowledge of self. And I think that's what this journey really is all about for me so far. Not only just helping people, right, and enjoying life and experiencing life, it's also understanding the real science here. Okay. So I hope you found this video useful. I'm going to wrap up and try to get back to sleep. These late night chronicles, they're no accident. I'm supposed to be up, so I don't try to swim against the current. I will embrace and welcome it. So, and I hope you do too. So if you're up late, don't be frustrated. There's a gift or a nugget waiting for you, a golden nugget to be continued.